Early game tricks. The beginning of Terraria is hard. It's the easiest place to lose your hardcore run, it's the most tedious part of the game by far, and you're just a fish out of water, flopping around. But there's a way around all of this, and that is tech. Early game has so many examples of taking the simplest of things like blocks or your crafting menu and turning them into like your greatest weapon or your greatest tool to aid your exploration. So with that in mind, we're gonna take a look at some tricks that will make your early game Terraria experience faster, easier, and honestly just way more fun. So let's begin. I want to start this off by talking about the unrivaled power of blocks, specifically when you use them to box up enemies like they're ready to be shipped. Let's look at a better example of this by traveling to one of the most dangerous biomes, the underground desert. Digging into a new cave and it's looking awfully dangerous. Look at all these guys crawling down there. I don't want to die to that. Oh, yep. Blocks. Rolling cactus. It's in the way. Blocks. Oh no, antlion egg. Blocks. Done. Pieced. All these antlines, you see how they're all collecting in this little box up here? Close it off. Full box. Dig a little further into this cave. Oh, all these guys collected here? Nah, just box them up real quick. Go down here. Oh, these guys are collecting in the cave. Get these guys nice and boxed up. Oh, this guy thinks he's gonna go. Yeah, full box him up. Yeah. There we go. Now look at that. All these enemies right here, they're all mine. I caught them like Pokemon. Okay, this guy right up here. Done. Yep, the golfer. Boxed. You're mine. Yeah, this is absurd. After I boxed all these enemies up, I didn't just stop them from attacking me. I opened up a clean, safe exit to the next cave. And since the enemies are left alive, they're completely taking up the entire spawn cap, which means when I enter new caves, as long as these guys are close by, there's gonna be basically no more enemies spawning. So I'm safe. And the best part of all of this, we're just scraping the surface of block tech. If you're in a biome like the jungle or the dungeon where they have walls everywhere, you can literally wall run if you place blocks beneath yourself as you run across the biome. This is really cool movement tech, but it also, like, it sounds stupid, I might be stretching it, but it does actually block enemies off below you. So it's still on theme, it can still box up enemies like nothing. Light work. And finally, I can't do all this yapping about blocks without talking about sand. A few days ago, I was goofing around on some hardcore multiplayer, and I wanted to kill all these enemies, but I didn't really know how to box them up properly. But, as a dead ghost, Wild said something along the lines of,
"Bro, use silt to box enemies."
So with that, I grabbed my sand, placed it between the two enemies, sectioning them off from one another, so now I have two separate killing chambers, and I can just spam my weapon through it like nothing, and eliminate the enemies. This was so cool. I loved this.
I can't believe I died.
Alright, that's enough yapping about blocks. Let's see what's next. Real quick, before we move on, I'm trying to pass Sabir in subs, so if you enjoy the video, drop a sub. Thank you very much. Let's get on to the next trick. Okay, now I want to talk about Blood Moon fishing. Early game Blood Moon fishing gives you two fantastic weapons, but the catch is obviously that you have to fish up some really annoying enemies and kill them, but that's not easy. So I got tech. I got tech. As soon as a Blood Moon starts, you're going to find yourself any decently sized water pool and build some sort of box that looks like this. You're going to need a chamber for yourself and then just a big old roof over the water with some open space above it, and you're chilling. Now, literally punch a hole in your box and just mindlessly fish for the entire night and collect all the enemies, all the mermen, all the eyeball fish, and as soon as morning rolls around, since they're in a box, of course, they're not going anywhere. So then, you pull out all your goofy little weapons, your shurikens, your bows, maybe if you have a summon, you can summon them in there, and just hack away at all these enemies until eventually, they will drop you your very own Blood Rainbow and Vampire Frog Staff. Voila. Like I said earlier, both of these weapons are like super peak. Blood Rainbow is great for like early game bosses like King Slime, Eye of Cthulhu type of thing. And the Vampire Frog Staff is genuinely one of the best options for Wall of Flesh. These are pre-boss weapons, by the way. That's actually crazy. All of this for a below average fishing setup and a box. And I got multiple of each weapon too. Like, just do this. Come on. Alright, let's move on. Okay, for the next trick, this is probably the one I used the most of everything here, and oh, gold coin. It's pretty simply just the idea of crafting while you mine. Whoa, Minecraft. Every Terraria playthrough starts with like a nice little mining session to get all the gear you need to start things off. But usually things pretty quickly get too slow or too dangerous or something like that. So you go home to craft up some better items. But what if you just didn't go home? Usually you have the materials for really basic crafting stations just in your inventory. So you can just make those crafting stations, set up shop in the cave, and then craft the things you need. If there's a bunch of enemies around and they're terrorizing you, just place down your anvil, make a bow, and kill the enemies. If you're mining really slow and you're getting annoyed, put down your anvil, make a pickaxe, and mine faster. This is also fantastic for stuff like armor, maybe a grappling hook, possibly.
And after like 2 minutes of being underground, BCubed starts placing like 5 crafting stations down. And guess what he made? What you need the anvil for?
For one of these.
Bro made a grappling hook within the first 3 minutes of the game.
It's peak. This is a habit that I kind of developed after playing the Keppel's Lockout mod a whole bunch, where you kind of have to like craft things as fast as possible on the run, and now I just do it casually all the time. It's great. It makes me like make the most of each mining session. Like, highly recommend. All right, next up, this is a quick one. I need to mention detonators. These things, generally, I think people recognize them as like a trap or something to avoid and disarm, but you can use these to your advantage so easily. If you just go on the opposite side of the explosives, as far from the detonator as you can, you should, like 9 times out of 10, have plenty of distance where you can just activate the detonator manually and it won't blow you up. Then of course, just collect all the free ore. And we can look at a few more examples, you know, bang. Bang. There we go, more platinum. The platinum ones are peak. So yeah, detonate them yourself. That's free ores, you don't have to mine it. It just, you know, yeah. Next trick. Alright, so this next one is a little bit of a PSA, something I want to get off my chest. Whatever you do, please increase your mining speed. I hear so many people complain about how early game Terraria is so slow and tedious and like agonizing. Yeah, of course it is, when you're using a copper pickaxe and no buffs. Come on. Mining speed is so easy to increase, like a lot. Any food item increases mining speed. Mining armor is honestly really easy to come by. Mining potions are like candy on Halloween. They're literally everywhere. You can fly a kite for increased mining speed. Craft a better pickaxe, like I said earlier. There's so many ways to do it that are so easy, and people just don't. This is the mining speed of like the starting mining setup with a copper pickaxe, and here's the mining speed of like a really easy basic mining setup. Holy! This is definitely the most like all-round useful thing in this video. If there's anything you take away from this, increase mining speed. Like, plain and simple. It's helpful in a million different ways, across the whole game even, and like, just, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. It's so good. And that is gonna do it for today, everyone. If you watched this video and thought to yourself, gee whiz, I'm gonna do that next time, then drop a sub, drop a like, and check out one of my other videos on screen. I'm sure you'll like that too. Anyways, thanks to all my channel members on the left, and have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.